Om Om Sadashiva-samārambhām Śaṅkarācārya-madhyamām Asmadācārya-paryantām Vande Guru-parampārām Gurur-brahma Gurur-vishnu Gurur-devo Maheswarah Guru-sākṣāt param brahma Tasmai Shri-gurave namaha. Om Sahana bhavatu Sahano bhunaktu Sah Vīryam karavāvahi तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. See the verse number 1. I hope all of you have text. If not, already I sent you also in the chat. You can download. Sriharim Paramanandam Upadeshtaram Ishwaram Vyapakam Sarvalokanam Karanam Tam Namamyaham. We are seeing the text called Aparokshanubhuti. So what does it mean? Anubhuti means generally translated as experience. And here we have translated Anubhuti means Jnanam, knowledge. Why and how we'll be seeing in details later on. That means Anubhuti, knowledge of what? So we say Anubhuti of Aparoksha. So it is called 60 piece, Shashti Tatpurusha Samasa. That means knowledge of Aparoksha. So what does the Aparoksha mean? So Aparoksha Brahma. So the Brahman, that is called Aparoksha. So what would be the translation of this text called Aparokshanubhuti? The knowledge of Brahman, which is Aparoksha, means which is neither Pratyaksha, it is not direct knowledge, nor Aparoksha, it is not indirect either. But it is Aparoksha because it is Sakshi Pratyaksha. We have discussed in the last class. So the right translation of this text would be knowledge of, or you can use the word direct knowledge of Brahman is called Aparokshanubhuti. So don't use the word experience. Then that will be big problem later on you will come across. That's why this is the difference between Vedanta and Neo Vedanta. I asked some people, so what is this Aparokshanubhuti means? Somebody says self-realization. Sometimes says to know who am I. That's why I thought of, starting from the beginning. Or else after studying, listening to Ramayana for 9 years, or 9 days or 20 years, you ask whether Rama is a devil or Ravana is a devil, okay? Coming back. We have this cultural and traditional practice. Before starting anything, we do a prayer. Like every day we do this Sahana Bhavatu with Shanti Mantra. This is what our tradition. And always we start with Guru and Ishvara. Because to achieve success, we need Daiva Anugraha. Without Daiva Anugraha means the Ishvara's grace, very difficult to achieve success. Why we need Ishvara Anugraha? Because me as an individual, always in between my prārabdha karma, my previous life karma, result of previous life, and my Āgāmi karma, the karma that I am doing with my free will today. So always I am caught in between. So when my prārabdha karma is stronger, I don't have any choice that I will start bending towards the circumstances situation. Is it clear? Whenever you are carried away with reference to your situation surrounding, and you don't have buddhi to do something, that means you are not using your free will properly, then you are forced to be governed by the surrounding. So when you are forced to be governed by surrounding, it means your prārabdha is stronger than your purushartha, than your free will. This is the first point. Second point, we do not know, because prārabdha is prārabdha. So why I say prārabdha is prārabdha? Because prārabdha is adrushtam. It is unseen. That's why it is called prārabdha. If you know, can you call as prārabdha? That's why in colloquially in India, everyone would say, oh, this is my prārabdha. They will keep the hand on the head, okay, on the forehead. Oh, this is my prārabdha. So this is the expression we have in India, all languages. So what does it mean? That prārabdham being adrushtam, being unseen, I cannot control. I don't have any say over my prārabdham, but I have some saying over my purushartha. That's why what we do to bring down the impact of prārabdham, we use free will in the form of prayer. So when we use the free will in the form of prayer, now Āgāmi karma becomes stronger. So when this Āgāmi karma becomes stronger, now the prārabdha has to go down. In the sense, the impact of prārabdha will not affect me. And this Āgāmi karma, in the form of prayer, nullifies, neutralizes, especially bad prārabdha. That's why if you observe every day when you do sandhya vandanam, or you do any ritual, what you do, or a simple puja, mamopata samasta duritakshaya dwara. So what is that upata durita? Okay, what does it mean? That is nothing but my bad prārabdha to be taken care. Because when bad prārabdha, which fructifies in the form of pāpa, they actually creates obstacle in my life. Make a note very carefully. If you look at your life that is full of obstacles, it means that your prārabdha that happens to be bad is getting fructified more and more. So that's why when we do prayer, when we do sandhya vandanam, this is the daily rituals to be done. Through that, what happens? First thing I learned to address my prārabdha, that to bad prārabdha. Because if it's a good prārabdha, I don't have any problem, okay? Imagine if everything is good in your life. Will you come to Vedanta class? Nobody comes to Vedanta, okay? Remember. Only when some problem happens, then only you come to Vedanta, okay? Anyway, let us not get into too much. So here, Ādi Śaṅkarācārya, being a jiva, being an individual, when he's starting a new work, also he does the prayer. Why? Imagine those days. Writing the text, that too on palm lips. you preserve, not like computer, okay, cloud and all these things. Then finally one goat come and it's chapter is over. Suppose you manage somehow from goat, and this white ant, this, that, they will destroy. Suppose you manage from them, you store, and Nalanda Vishwavidyalaya, how they destroyed, burnt Khilji, another Muslim fellow, burnt libraries. That's why the manuscript, most of them, that is available in Germany, not available in India. Because it was learning this, the story goes, the Vedic manuscript that were burnt by Buddhist people, that fire was running months together. What sort of destruction we have gone through. However, let us not get into complication. So that means when Ādi Śaṅkarācārya writes, so he expects, let this text reach to the right people. Not only in order to complete the text properly, also to hand over to the right people. That is also duty. So keeping that in mind, he does the prayer. And this prayer is something very amazing prayer. First of all, he says, Aham namami Ishwaram. I am taking from here, okay, based on Sanskrit. Aham, me or I offer my salutation, prostration. To whom? Tam, to him. And who is him? Who is that person? Who is he? He is none other than Ishwaram. So don't look at Ishwara means in Tamil people, okay, Shiva, okay, because this is another problem. So the moment Ishwara word comes in Tamil Nadu, they will say, okay, Shivam. It's not that Ishwaram. Because when it talks about Ishwaram, also we need to see Maya Sahita Chaitanya. All technical word, because this text I'll go through a lot of technical points. So you have to be very careful. So the Ishwaram, the God, that is being talked here as Maya Sahita Chaitanyam, the consciousness with the attribute called Maya. Hold on, we'll be seeing, we have seen, again we'll be also seeing this. So that means I am talking about the Ishwara, that is the cause of universe. That we also will be talking later on. And not only that Ishwaram, also what sort of Ishwaram I need to, relate with that Ishwaram. And he says, don't worry. For that, he uses another word. That Ishwaram is none other than Sri Harim. So that means first he presents that my salutation, my prostrations to him, the Lord. So who is Ishwaram? So who is the creator of this universe? Or you can say that who is Arupa Ishwara? Or you can use the word Vishwarupa Ishwara. All the terminology we have used very carefully earlier. But I am not comfortable. That's why Arjuna was not comfortable seeing Vishwarupa. So I need to relate with my Ishtadevata. So here he brings, Ādi Śaṅkarācārya himself brings his Ishtadevata. So what is his Ishtadevata? Ādi Śaṅkarācārya's Ishtadevata was Vishnu. This is a very nice point to say, okay? Because why? In his commentaries, these are the technical points I need to bring more and more. In his commentaries, whenever he finds a chance about Ishwaraha, so he'll say Shaligrame. Never he says Shivalinge. Never. So that means it's very clear. And here also this point is said, Sri Hari. So who is Hari? General translation would be Hari means Lord Vishnu. We try to present differently. We say Harati iti papani. The one who removes obstacles. That means especially my difficulties, especially my bad prārabdha. So the one who removes bad prārabdha. That's why in India we have very popular concept. If you are going through tough time, difficulties, do Vishnu Sahasranama Parayanam because of this. So that takes care of. So here he says, Harim. So Harati Papani iti. So the one who destroys the papas. And later on we say that is not enough. If we say only Papani, we say Ajnanam cha. The one who destroys the ignorance. Because as you see in the beginning, all your obstacles just appears to be obstacle because of ignorance. Once you have knowledge, is there any obstacle? They are just stepping stones. So the problem that you think is a problem becomes a difficulty or becomes a stepping stone if you have knowledge. That's why here is being said, my salutations to Harim. And who is that Hari? Sri Sameta Harim. Maya Sameta Harim. Not only Vishnu, okay? That's why, thank God, in Hinduism, all the gods are married, okay? So they don't have any problem. So, Maya Sameta, Sri Sameta. That's why, not only, I also prostrate the Vishnu who is along with Lakshmi, because I need Lakshmi, okay? And basically, most of the people, when they are either Arti or Artharthi, Jigyasu, God knows, okay? So what choice we have? Better to take care of Sri. That's why somebody said very nicely, Swamiji, can you give some mantra so that all my problem will be taken care? I said, I have two options for you. There is a mantra, through that all your problem will be taken care. Another option, that I'll give a mantra, through that lot of money will come. Now choose which mantra you want. tell me what way. Swamiji, once money comes, all problem goes. Give the mantra. Through that money comes. The fellow doesn't understand. Hey, money only brings problem, okay? However, let us not get into that too much. Then he says beautifully, and which is that Ishwaraha, the Sri Harim, the next language he uses word that Sri Harim is Paramanandam. Because the Anandam, the happiness, generally people arrive at, it is limited. Any experience-based Anandam is limited. Remember this. Anything that we experience, it has to be limited. But here, Ishwaraha, not to be experienced. If it is experienced Ishwaraha, it is not Paramanandam. It is what? Limited Anandam. Simanandam, not Asimanandam. So that's why we said, no, the Swami's name is called Asimananda, not Asimananda, okay? Cannot be accepted, okay? So that means the Anandam, the happiness Ishvara is Paramanandam. That's why you should not work to experience Ishvara, God. Oh, I am doing a lot of practice to experience God. Please. That means you do not know what you are talking. Technically, you cannot experience God. If you experience God, maybe you are Ishtadevata. That's different thing altogether. Arupa Ishvara. That means you don't have Ishvara concept either. So Paramanandam means that is limitless happiness. That means I need to have knowledge of Ishvara, not experiencing Ishvara. And also says, how is it that? Why you say it is Paramanandam? It means limitless, cannot be experienced. He says, because it is Vyapakamiti. So Vyapakam means that which pervades everywhere, everything. So all pervading one, Vyapakam iti. So that which pervades, then what does it pervade? He says, look, he will be also putting very nicely, Sarva Lokanam Karanam. Not only it is Vyapakam, it is the cause of all lokas. Is not the Vishnu that who is portrayed lying down in Ādi Śaṅkarācārya, in milk ocean. We are not talking about that Vishnu, okay? Because if we are talking about that Vishnu Loka is created or not? But here he says, we are talking about that Vishnu who is the cause of Vishnu Loka also. Sarva Lokana. Entire lokas, starting from Brahmadi Stavara Paryantam, beginning with Brahmaloka to a stone. We'll be seeing in the next verse. So, Sarva Lokanam Karanam iti. So that means being Karanam, being the cause of the entire universe. That's why you use the word Sacharacara Jagatam. Movable and immovable, both put together. Vyakta and avyakta, that's the most important point. Vyakta means that which is manifested, and avyakta means not yet manifested. So put both the things together, the cause of both. So to express that, he puts Sarva Lokanam Karanam iti. And not only that, also he is called Upadeshtaram. That is the most important word for us. Why he uses this word Upadeshtaram? Because this is the responsibility of a teacher to remember the teacher and teaching tradition. Or else will create a nuisance. And here when he says Upadeshtaram, we can take this in two ways. So Upadeshtaram means the one who gives Upadesham, the one who teaches. Teacher ityartha. But this teacher we can take in two ways. So he is trying to say, number one, that which commonly said, that Lord Vishnu is the first teacher. Narayanam Padmabhuvam Vasishtam Tatputram Cha Parasharam. We have, chanting. Sometimes we do Sadasiva Samarambha, or else Narayana Padmabhuma Vasishtam Tatputra Cha Parasaram. We have lineage. Both have one answer. So there we say the first teacher is Vishnu. So I remember the teaching tradition and the source of teaching. This is one of the popularity. Other one is also equally important. So Ādi Śaṅkarācārya highlights that my Guru is in the form of Vishnu, the Ishvara. So my immediate Guru, so this Govinda Bhagavat Pada is, because his name also Govinda, now he is also in the form of Lord Vishnu, because that's why there is no division, Guru, Devata. And in this concept also, this is being accepted. And with this verse called maṅgala-śloka, you can say prayer verse, completes. So in short, prayer is most important thing in our life to make sure that the prārabdha does not pull me away along with its force. If it starts pulling me, or if I'm getting carried away with reference to my surroundings, that means somewhere I am lacking in prayer. Continuing. The next verse is very nicely. Let us chant. Aparokshanubhuti vai projyate moksha siddhaye sadvireva prayatnena vikshaniya muhur muhur. So this verse we call as pratigya, promise of the author. Because in those days we had a lot of things. You cannot write a book just like that. Nowadays, you can write the way you want. And of course, nowadays you don't have to write. So there are third agency, okay? You give idea, they publish book with their ISBN and everything. So you become an author. You become an author, okay? They advertise everywhere in the social media. So writing a book nowadays is not a problem at all. And the best part, especially after this AI came in, you don't have to do anything, okay? So you can ask that fellow, I want to write a book in 130 pages or 20 pages or 500 pages on, tell me what is the hot topic. That fellow will suggest you. How many chapters should come? It can suggest. And each chapter can be 20 pages. What are the things to write? That fellow will write. And present it in your name. Don't worry. And free of copyright, okay? There is no copyright problem either. What a beautiful life, okay? Anyway, those days it was not like that. Because when you write a book, you have to be very careful that you should waste your time, nothing wrong in it. But you don't have right to waste others' time, because whoever reads, they will waste their time or not. There should be a purpose. That's why you have to write the purpose of your book. Why you are writing. In fact, many places they write, like, for my chitta suddhyartham, or to make sure that my understanding is clear. To see my understanding, I am writing. That is acceptable. Not simply to prove that I am an author. You understand? Present day maximum of the book is what? It's like that. One joke I can say with this, I'll stop it. So there is a book, okay? It's very famous, because I can give you 2-3 books name, okay? One bestseller book, also called bestseller, okay? Book name I don't want to say, doesn't look nice. And of course, the Indian fellow. So he wrote a book and went to the publisher. The publisher rejected. This book has no value. Cannot be published. Okay. Then again, he got hold of, after a few months, got hold of some people, those who are in editorial board. Again, it was rejected. Then went to the chief editor after some few months. It was rejected. And finally, it went to the owner. And owner also rejected. No, it's not acceptable. Then finally, he managed, this is the truth, okay? He managed to catch hold of both auditor of the company, commercialist, and a lawyer. And they put the pressure after 7 times, exact information I am giving you, after 7 times. Then the publisher got so angry, asked the editorial board, somehow you publish this book. I can't handle anymore. And these publishers or the editorial board, they, put the title. If I tell the title, you will get shocked. Okay, I don't want to tell. Okay, you starts with you, another 2 words. Okay, you can guess now. And they changed because this fellow could do it. That's why they make the book name that way. And that book became bestseller. This is not one incident. I can give you many more incidents. Okay, many bestseller books. And one of the bestseller in West, one novel. Okay, that's called spiritual book. I call as a novel. So in short, before writing a book, one has to justify why the person is writing. And here he says, this Aparokshanubhuti book, what is the purpose? So the purpose is here, moksha siddhaye. We'll be seeing in details. Moksha siddhaye means, in order to accomplish the moksha, we need Aparokshanubhuti. And prochyate, it is being taught by teaching tradition. It's not by me. So that means this Aparokshanubhuti, not experience, because if it is experiencing will help you to get moksha, that is not going to work. That's why Aparokshanubhuti, why indeed, means the direct knowledge of Brahman is indeed for the accomplishment of moksha. There is no other means for moksha. Please understand that there are many paths. It doesn't work. Yes, paths are most important thing. They become indirect means. They become preparatory stages. But the means is Aparokshanubhuti. That's why those who believe in these different paths, they translate as experience, because so that it becomes easier for them to manipulate out of ignorance or arrogance. So that's why here we say Aparoksha Anubhuti means the direct knowledge of Brahman is indeed for the accomplishment of moksha. So that means moksha is nothing but the direct knowledge of Brahman. This is to be understood. That's why the next line it talks, and based on that, how the priority you fix, how you move in your life, and how you get complicate your life, that will be seen in keeping with the second line tomorrow. Yes. Om Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, all of you.